Hi everybody. I wanted to do a little video about a special story that I think can inspire you. This is my kitten Nessie. She's 1 year old. And my kittens, oh my god, she's so cute right now. Oh, you're so good. He's so peaceful on camera. He's so peaceful. I just wanted to share this story about the importance of feminine energy because I lived in an apartment building in Brooklyn, and I always used to go in the back door because that was convenient. And I was coming home late at night doing comedy, and I always just went in the back door. And one day my intuition started saying, go in the front door every time you come home. And I was like, oh my god, it's just like longer to walk, and like, why am I doing this? But eventually I started noticing there was like a group of feral cats in front of my building nearby, and there was this one particular cat that just seemed like smaller and more gentle, and she didn't really seem to belong there and kind of didn't know what to do, and she was really scared, and she seemed really young. And I just started noticing her, and I remember thinking one day, I could buy that cat a can of food. Like, it would be such a small thing for me to do, and yet it's so tempting to just be like, you know what, I'm busy and I don't have time for this, and someone else will fix this problem. And for some reason that one time I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try to do something kind on purpose. Like, many times, I'll be honest, I have not acted on those inspirations, but this time I was like, let's just see what happens. And I literally went and I bought one can of food and I gave it to her. And I just felt so transformed by watching her eat that food and just being like, oh my god, this really mattered to her. And I could tell it wasn't just the food, it was the attention, because she didn't have anybody, I realized. And I mean, I just couldn't stop. I had to go feed her morning and night. I found a food dish for her that was her food dish, even though it was outside. And I would go with water, and I would give her water, and I would give her food morning and night, twice a day. And then people started calling me cat lady and making fun of me. And I was just like, you know what? This little animal is so helpless, and you can make fun of me, but there's just something here that I feel like I need to do. And another reason why I did it was because cats actually represent feminine energy, because what they do is they're present. That's what, like, their gift to the world is. They're just, they just kind of sit around and do nothing, right? And so I felt like, since I work with feminine energy, I'm a feminine energy activator, I just felt like, you know what, fuck you, world, and I'm gonna do this because I know that that's about feminine energy, that I'm helping feminine energy. And just because the world treats feminine energy badly and this little being like garbage, basically, I'm gonna not do that on purpose. And so I fed her, and then it started getting cold, and I was like, I think I need to bring her inside, but I didn't know if my roommate was allergic. She had to do a test, and then I did a bunch of EQA and prayed and cleared my energy and got the result, She wasn't allergic, so we could bring her in. And I remember bringing her in, it was just so joyful, and she just looked around her like she couldn't believe where she was. It was just so magical. And I took her to the vet a week later and found out that she was pregnant. And so I didn't just save one kitty, I saved 5. And I saw the ultrasound of the babies, and auspiciously on Christmas Day, I delivered her 4 kittens and raised them. And my roommate kept one, fell in love with one, and I kept 2. I was planning on keeping one, but you fall in love. And that was one that you just met right now, Nessie. And I just wanted to share that with you because I feel like the world needs more stories like that, where you do something kind, but you don't realize that it's bigger than you thought. And it's such a small, like literally, it was just, I'm going to buy her a can of food because I can, and because maybe I'll even only do it one time, but well, I'll just do it. And it turned into me having like a little cat family. And every single time I look at them, I'm like so happy that I did that, because I know that if I hadn't been taking care of her, like they could have been born, I wouldn't have known, and they would have been born in the cold of winter. It's just like freaks me out, to be honest, because they're such beautiful, healthy kittens now. And it's just like, you don't want to, like, when you go to heaven, you're going to see the truth about everything in your life. And I feel like we need to like do more good in the world so that you don't go to heaven and see all the things that you missed, because that'll make you really sad. I want you to bring heaven to earth now by acting on these inspirations of love. Because the other crazy thing was, my family is from Canada, and my family had two cats since 2005, Mimi and Billy. They were brother and sister. And Mimi died in January 2022. So, January that year, before all this happened, in the fall, okay, and at Christmas, that's Nessie, Mimi passed away and I couldn't be there. And I was on FaceTime. It was really sad. And I was heartbroken by that, to have to watch that over FaceTime and not be able to see her again. And pets are family. And I even got a tattoo. My only tattoo is of Mimi, and on my left side, because that's feminine energy. And she really represented feminine energy in my family, I learned. And the most amazing part of this whole story is that the kitten I just showed you, Nessie, she was born last. And so I was delivering all these kittens, 1, 2, 3, and each one I was just like delivering them. But when Nessie was born, the fourth kitten, I said, that's my kitten. And she looks exactly like Mimi. And the mama cat is a tuxedo. She's black and white. And this kitten you just saw, she's a tabby. And she looks just like Mimi. And I feel like Mimi, I couldn't go see her, but it's like she came to see me. She was like reborn through this baby kitten that looks just like her. And I mean, what a beautiful story. And again, it just happened because what I'm saying is, like, the most amazing things in your life can happen just by doing like one good deed, even if it's like random and you think it's like inconvenient. But like I said, it would have been so easy for me to say, I don't have time for this, and it's not my problem, and someone else has to fix this, and someone else will do it. But I'm telling you that when you have those inspirations, you guys, that's like miracles trying to get into your life. Because when you do good, you don't even know how much good you're bringing back to yourself, sometimes through that exact situation. So I'll leave you with one more thought. I Last night on the train coming home, there was this family sitting across from this guy. He came in with all these bags, and they had a little girl in a stroller, and she was reaching for some flowers in his bag, and the mother was like, stop touching, don't touch his stuff. And he reached down, and I thought he was going to take out one flower. He said, does she want a flower? He took out the whole thing and gave it to them. And I was just like, that is so beautiful. And then I watched this guy sit there, and there she is, and his eyes were so happy. And I just thought, that's what Jesus looks like. That is joy. That is like how we become happy on earth. And so many people are trying to figure out how to be happy, and it's just like, it can be so easy because we're all here together. We're all part of one bigger energy. And if you do something for another part of the whole, it's like you give it to yourself almost, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to share this. It's like late at night, but I just felt inspired to share this And I would love to hear in the comments, is there something that has been nagging at you to do for somebody else? And I challenge you to do something. And remember, even if it's small, it doesn't matter that it's small. It can still create big waves, not only in their life, but in your life. Sometimes you're saving your own life. You don't even realize it. So what is that thing for you? What like maybe there's someone in your neighborhood or a friend or somebody like could use a little something. And what is it that you can do? And I just want you to comment it, because I want you to say it out loud so that you commit to doing it. Because if you do it, I swear you're going to have something magical happen. And yeah, I just felt inspired to say this tonight. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed meeting Nessie. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.